If it hasn't happened yet, I promise you it will. Nodes, today on LaserNug. Welcome back to the channel. So this was kind of a bit of frustration for the first few months after I got my first laser, which was the Bolt. Started using Lightburn, you've got a lot to learn. And I buy, still to this day, a lot of my design files or graphics from various different places on the internet, probably like you folks, because I'm not a graphic designer. And this would happen on a fairly regular basis. I'd buy the file, I'd get it ready, prepped to engrave something, and I'd get that message. And what that message is telling you is that if you go ahead and you attempt to engrave, something is not going to engrave properly. I figured the file was corrupted or something was wrong with the file, and I'd go buy something similar that didn't give me that message. But it's actually a really easy fix. We're going to jump into Lightburn, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to fix, and more importantly, why it's one of the features of Lightburn, especially as a beginner, you need to learn how to use. Let's do it. So here's my graphic. Looks perfectly fine, like there's nothing wrong with it. I make sure I size it, I get all of my settings ready, everything's good. I make sure it's grouped, and it is. And before I send it to the laser, I come up here and I always preview first. I go to preview it and I get this message. A shape is set to fill, but it's not closed. And one of the benefits of Lightburn is it'll let you continue, but if you continue, that means this is not going to engrave the way you expected. But it'll show you what shape has a problem. So we're going to click Show Me. And you'll see here, if I zoom in, even though the shape is grouped, it's showing you the line that has a problem. It doesn't show you exactly where the problem is, but it does tell you it's this outer line here that has a problem where it's not closed. And I can't see that, at least not with my eyes. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to start zooming in, and I'm going to take a look and see if there's any way for me to tell. So far so good, looks well. I'm going to come down and up, take a look down here. If I zoom in, there's our problem. The heel of her shoe is not closed. The line starts here and it ends over here. And in order to fix that, I need to learn how to use nodes. That's this guy right here on your left toolbar. You'll see if you hover your cursor over it and leave it for a few seconds, you can see all of the various different quick commands and things you can do with nodes. What are nodes? Well, nodes are what all of these lines are made up of. At least that's my layman's definition of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that outer line, because that's the one that has a problem. And I'm going to click on nodes. And there you see it. All of these little dots or nodes make up that shape. And I know that my problem is down here. So I'm just going to zoom in. And in this case, it's a simple fix. I'm going to hover over this green node until I get that cursor looking like a target. I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to try to drop it on top of that one. And I did. Simple as that. Let me just bring this down. I'm going to come back over here to my select tool. The nodes are gone. I'm going to group my shape, and we're going to preview it again. And sure enough, my node is closed. I have no more node issues. That's what my graphic is supposed to look like. And now I can click OK, and I can send it off to my laser. So that provides a pretty simple example, and 9 times out of 10, when you get a file in and you've got that message, that's literally as simple or as easy as it is to do. It's fixed now, you can use the graphic and move forward. To give you some quick context, not so bad here, but you're also going to find it sometimes when you're dealing with small, medium-sized business. They're going to send you a JPEG or a PNG file for their logo. You're going to get it ready, get it prepped, you're going to order in your materials or your tumblers or drinkware, and then you find you have open shapes. And this has happened to me on rare occasion, but in one case they had 9 open shapes. And that's in fact the impetus that forced me to try to figure out and learn how to use nodes. Because I certainly wasn't going to call the company up and say, sorry, I can't do your job. But let me give you one more example of why nodes is important. Let's take a look. This is the original graphic that the young lady came from. And quite often when you buy different graphics files or SVG files off the internet, you'll get a file that includes other things other than what you might have wanted, because you may have wanted to purchase it just for one specific reason or one part of the file. In this particular file, there's a number of layers in here, and I can ungroup it several times. So for example, I can grab this heart and take it away. But in order just to get the young lady here by herself, I couldn't just simply remove everything else. Because if you take a look down here, her shoes are tied along this, what I believe is representative of the ground they're standing on, and it's tied to the young lad here, as well as to the other side. Well, I only want her. So this is where Nodes once again comes to the rescue. If I put this in the middle here, and I grab this line, which is the line that connects. I've already ungrouped everything else. I'm going to hit my nodes. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over this node here. I'm going to click on it. You'll see it turned red. And I'm going to push B for break, because I want to break that node away. And then I'm going to come over here, click that guy, push B. I'm going to break him away. Now I can click on this line, press D for delete. I can delete that line. And now I'm left with these two guys here. I believe I can press D to delete that. And I'm going to connect my nodes back right here. Now she's turned red, and I've got my little target. So I should be right on top of that node. Her shoe looks a little wonky though. So I'm going to take this little guy here. It helps you to create an arc. And I'm going to try to give her shoe a bit of a curve. And now we're done. I can do the same thing on the other side of her shoe here. I'm going to break this node. I'm going to highlight it, push B. I'm going to highlight this node. I'm going to push B. And what I need to do now is get rid of these lines. I highlight the line, press a D. I'm going to highlight this line, press D for delete. And now I just want to connect these guys here. And you'll see I did. If I don't like the way this looks, because it's a little too straight, I can highlight on the line and I can press insert, and it adds another node. And now I can stretch this node out just a little bit to give her shoe a little bit more of a natural shape. I've now separated her from everything else in the picture. I'm going to come back up here to my select tool, and I'm going to get rid of the parts I don't want. And there you have it. I'll grab her, group her, and now I have the part of that graphic that I need to use on my Tumblr design. And it's literally that simple. There's a whole lot more things you can do with nodes, but I'm no expert at it. But I am getting a little better each time I have to try it or I practice it. I'm going to leave a link to a YouTube channel called the Tinkerverse. The gentleman that runs that channel is very knowledgeable on Lightburn, and I'll put a link to one of his videos that goes into a lot more detail explaining what you can and cannot do with nodes. And I hope it's been helpful for you. Thanks for sticking around today. Have a wonderful week. Please be kind to each other, and I'll see you again right here. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching LaserNug. Cheers.